Welcome, everyone, back to the podcast. We have a really special episode today because we are going to talk about can tech channel source energy? So, tech has a broad spectrum of meaning, right? And we are going to look at technology used as code, used through AI, used by those means to provide energetic healing. And as always, we have our own personal discernment with these conversations. And this is an ongoing conversation. So when I was in a client session recently, this is what my spirit guides had to say, our spirit guides had to say about this experience because I'm in the Seattle area and things have been cropping up around here where you might go sit in a room with, say, screens that are showing codes or showing static, and it's actually meant to heal you. However, what I have been noticing with people who are showing up in my practice is that it's doing quite the opposite. It is leaving them ungrounded. The energy when they normally go to run energy for themselves, it feels chalky and like parts are missing. There's a sense of blockages that are happening. So here's what the guides had to say. I wrote it down. They said, tech is only as good as the human who codes it. When we think about what's actually happening here is now, first of all, you and I, it's normal to go get support and help with different aspects of life, including energy healing, right? It's when people are outsourcing their power to it that it becomes a real problem and they're not checking in with their own needs first. The other piece is that with tech, it is highly, 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 highly susceptible to human misuse and human error. When you need something, imagine you connect within to your inner light and you go to the divine and you ask for help and support. The divine knows exactly what it is that you need. Whereas if you go and are influenced by these other energies that are generic, that are meant for the general public, that can definitely mess you up because it may not be exactly what it is that you need. The other piece is that when these things are formed, when they're coded, they are based on the creator's limited knowledge. And I'm talking about the person, the tech, whatever it is that created this quote unquote healing, right? It's based on their awareness. Now, what if you are at a different place in life? What if you are more, you're at a, I'm just going to say the word more advanced. There is no such thing as more advanced, but on the earth plane, there is. So, not really in this energetic realm, but you get the idea. So, you may be a little bit further past that, and that's not the support that you actually need. Discernment will rise. It already is. It's the empress, it's the emperor. It is the thing that is going to become one of the biggest powers that we have right now. That and truth. The other thing the guide said in a different session with another client, and I absolutely loved this. They said it's not about authenticity, it's about human to human connection. And I loved that reframe because when we think about authenticity, sometimes we think about oversharing, giving away our power, overexposing ourselves. And there are times where it's really good to be vulnerable and it's good to connect. And also, human to human connection is really powerful. So that's the part that we're focusing on. Human to human connection, the powers within us. We have the power to support one another. We have the power to support ourselves, all with this loving divine energy. I would love to hear. Oh, this is the other thing. I have been asking my guides, can AI or any tech for that matter channel source energy? And quite frankly, you can feel into the answer yourself. They say it's not about whether or not that's the energy that they're tapping into. It's about what energy is it conjuring up. And I thought that, and this is not a fear based thing, because when we connect to source energy, we are moving with the divine, whereas other energies like tech only know what it currently knows. Tech is based on patterning. So when you and I do healing work, we are calling in the divine to help alchemize old energy, and new energy is brought in to help support what is being shifted. This is what gets me very excited for where our future is headed. I know there's a lot of things happening right now that are that are creating a lot of unease. But when you really feel into your heart and the truth, not what's being played out on main stage here, but the truth is there's a beautiful human groundswell happening, an interconnectedness connected to self first, your energy first, and connection with others. And that is more powerful than any technology will ever be. If you would like private coaching, if you would like to learn about holding the light, which is the modality I teach around understanding how to do energy work for yourself and others with integrity and interpret messages from source energy, spirit, the activation of source energy, or if you feel like you're being called to turn your gifts into a powerful business you love without the pressure, I have private coaching available. The Intuitive Millionaires program is now live, and the new magic accelerator called Holding the Light. We are going to begin early fall, late summer. I'm so excited. This is one of my most special cohorts. This is about community, connection. It's also about getting to observe how other people bring their unique wisdom and gifts through. All of that information can be found in my profile here. If you have any questions, you can find me connect@emilymarie.com. Take care. It has been so great to connect here. If this episode resonated with you, please be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who you want to have more of these chats with. And as you move throughout your day, remember, your energy is your superpower. As you pay attention to it and trust it, you can watch your entire life begin to transform.